Michael has said, do you think that starting full-time rehab 4 weeks after microdiscectomy is a good idea? When we say full-time, or is it too early? When we say full-time rehab, it makes it sound like we're, 9 till 5. And that's not the case. It makes it sound like we're doing so much more. It sounds like, gosh, it's a lot of rehab. But understanding that the early parts of rehab is actually watching videos, learning what you need to be doing, trying a little bit. And the question is, what exactly, specifically, are you doing for the rest of the day? Because you're not floating in a vacuum. You are actually doing things every day. And so the most important thing is to compare. Michael, what are you doing? Are you just sat in the chair? Because if you're sat in the chair, you're putting 40 to 90% more load through the lumbar spine. And if you're sat in the chair reclined to take pressure off the back, when the doorbell rings and you have to get it, you're going to have to do something that looks like this. And probably do something that looks like that. Now, if you've learned yesterday afternoon at 3 o'clock for about 15 minutes, practicing some of the squats, you've already learned that actually, when you're getting out of that reclined chair, you engage yourself, you lift yourself up, you keep straight spine, you shift up to the end of the chair, and then you come up like this, and you do it without aggravation. So you don't learn that not doing the rehab, right? So you can either keep doing the old way, or you can start doing it in a more wise way. Much of the early rehab work, it should all be aggravation-free. It should all be done with serious consideration and careful consideration. But the early rehab is not strenuous. It's mostly technical. And so having a sincere moment to actually reflect on and compare what you are doing every day, in spite of it being only 3 weeks out from surgery, versus what the rehab actually entails, because it's not there. Getting, like I said, the heavy weights over there. It's you're watching some videos, learning what you need to do, playing around with a few reps. Like, seriously, your squats might start off like this. Like, it's practically nothing. You sat down on a toilet seat that was like 50% lower than this at some point in the last 24 hours. Like, trying to have some kind, it's all about objective strain on the tissues that are injured. And what you will find is if we sincerely reflect on this, careful, controlled rehabilitation is significantly less strenuous than basically everything else you're doing each day on the tissues that we're talking about, if we're doing it correctly and learning it correctly.